Illinois Science and Technology Park is located in Skokie, Illinois, situated on an approximately 24-acre corporate campus with over 500,000 square feet of fully developed office, laboratory, and amenity space. The park represents one of the Chicago area's premier life science and technology campuses. The 3 existing stabilized lab and office buildings are currently leased to a roster of leading domestic and multinational life science, energy, and nanotech companies. Situated directly on Chicago's CTA New Light Rail Station, the park's location provides tenants with multiple routes to downtown, as well as convenient service to and from Chicago's O'Hare International and Midway airports, and is a short 10-minute drive to Northwestern University and its world-renowned science, medical, and business programs. The park offers best-in-class lab facilities and office space, together with the potential for ground-up build-to-suit development at the site. It includes the largest assembly of for-lease wet lab space in the state of Illinois. Illinois Science and Technology Park is a high-profile, research-oriented campus, complete with a central quad and flexible buildings designed to accommodate demand from life science and technology users at various stages of the corporate life cycle, from startup to Fortune 500. 4901 Searle is a 224,000 square foot office building and former headquarters for G.D. Searle. The building was fully renovated in 2007 and leased to AA credit-rated North Shore University Health System through 2029. 8045 Lamont is a 159,000 square foot state-of-the-art 4-story lab facility that was considered for Lab Building of the Year by R&D Magazine in 2001. The LEED Gold building is 100% leased to a select group of international life science and technology companies, including Astellas Pharmaceuticals, Fresenius Kabi, LanzaTech, and Northwestern University. 8025 Lamont is a partially renovated 4-story lab totaling 127,000 square feet that is the U.S. home to Germany's Vetter Pharmaceuticals, in addition to a number of younger growth companies developing technologies originally created at nearby Northwestern University. Illinois Science and Technology Park. The business of science grows here.
At Exicure, we brought together some of the most brilliant minds in nanotechnology, in digital drug design, in genomic medicine, and we have created a path for drug development which ultimately is going to radically change the way we think about making and testing drugs to impact human health.
Spherical nucleic acid is a new form of DNA or RNA. It's made by taking nanoparticles and arranging short strands of oligonucleotides, DNA or RNA, on their surfaces into a globular form.
We're using what we call digital design to create new medicines with SNA technology, using computer algorithms to design drugs using your A's, G's, T's, and C's and rearrange them like Lego blocks to create new drugs. You can actually design a targeted medicine that will attack that disease at its genetic source.
The capabilities we have in DNA sequencing today are used for synthesizing the molecules that are incorporated into the Exicure products.
We take a nanoparticle as a scaffold and we plug pieces of DNA around the outside. And that koosh ball-like structure has really important properties, mainly that it gets into cells and tissues very effectively. That effective cell and tissue penetration is going to change the paradigm for nucleic acid medicines.
We've got tremendous knowledge right now about what's causing disease. But what the real deficit has been is new development in topically applied medications. Not medications that broadly hit things, for example, steroids for inflammatory disease, but medications that build on the recent research that's been done and are able to target more specifically.
Exicure is the only company capable of topical gene regulation, and that opens up the ability to create therapeutics for a wide number of diseases.
We're going after targets in the eye, the lung, the skin, the GI tract, really anywhere where you can think about locally delivering nucleic acids, the Exicure technology provides a key.
I'm working on treatments for ophthalmology.
I'm creating new medicines for skin disease.
I'm working on new therapies for cancer.
I think what we're going to see in the future as a consequence of some of the products that are being developed at Exicure, some really transformative, less toxic drugs that are very directed and targeted to the underlying cause, and it's the power of this technology that really will transform the way people expect medical care to be delivered.
What we're really hoping to do is change the paradigm for how drugs are developed. At Exicure, we're leveraging the knowledge of not only the Human Genome Project, but those that have been developing nucleic acid therapies now for over 20 years. That radically changes the timelines and the costs by which we can develop new drugs. Ultimately, what that means is that we can bring them to patients in need much, much faster and much more effectively.
We started this a couple years ago. It's a National Science Foundation grant that we're using to train faculty, high school, community college, four-year college faculty on how to use the instruments in our lab, to give them a sense of how they could then bring this back into their classroom. So they're all teaching some classes, and they might be teaching chemistry, for example, and they might be interested in thinking, okay, how could I use a scanning electron microscope in my chemistry course? So we'll help them develop an activity where they maybe they have their students develop something in their lab, in their school. They then bring a sample here. We can load it into our instrument. They can either bring their class here, or we can access the instrument remotely. They can have their class stay in their classroom. The teacher can stay in the classroom. We can have a lab assistant here running the instrument, but the teacher can be remotely controlling the instrument from the classroom and showing the students different features of the things that they created.